Hello, today we're going to look at the Aurora AFX United Kingdom Jaguar catalog from 1988. Well, the reason I bought this catalog is I have these Ford Jaguar and Porsche 962 lighted cars. They have two headlights, an actual light bulb each for each headlight, and a tail light. So let's begin. So let's see, Aurora AFX. Aurora brings all the realistic thrills and skills of motor racing action right into your home. Each superb car in the exciting Aurora AFX range is an authentic model of high-speed, power performance machine, right down to the last detail. Modeled and molded from ABS plastic, they're tough enough to take all the crashes and bashes of an all-action head-to-head race. No other model cars can match Aurora AFX for quality, strength, and realism, or the genuine racetrack excitement. The Aurora AFX provides the smoothest, most positive contact possible. But beware, you'll find the straights super fast, the corners tight and treacherous. You'll need to develop top driver handling skills to become an Aurora AFX race ace. So keep those practice laps going. The more skillful you become, the faster you'll race to the winning line. Aurora AFX racing sets from Tomy leave the rest behind in terms of quality, speed, and value for money. It is a range in which every component plays its part in giving you the excitement of experiencing the closest thing to real racing action. There's just a picture of the hand controller. The speed of the car is controlled by the amount of direct current entering the track. By squeezing the trigger handle, the car will speed up or slow down. The Aurora system has a two-way plug which makes changing direction of the race simple. The arrow on the plug indicates the direction of the cars will travel. Turn it around and you have a whole new race. Guiding the car. Unlike some other cars, Aurora cars have all four wheels on the track surface to create that real race feel. The car is placed on the track with its guide pin in the slot. Contact is made and the car operates much like the real thing. Come to a corner too fast and you'll lose control. As you become more experienced, you'll learn to drift through corners like a real racing driver. Stopping the car. When you release the trigger control, the car will continue to roll for a short distance, thus creating electricity. The magnetic field created helps to slow the car down. This process is known as EMF, back electromotive force. The axles. The axles are made of high-grade steel. The axles are plated to inhibit rust. The pickup shoes. These conduct the power from the track through the buses in the chassis to the motor which propels the car. Magnetic ground effects. Magnets on the bottom of the car help improve stability on the track, especially on the corners. The rear-mounted magnet will even hold your car on the track when it is turned upside. There is a break-apart diagram of the actual AFX Tomy turbo car chassis. It says the pit stop. The powerful Aurora car is constructed from the components illustrated. Aurora tune-up kits are available. Okay, this is the first page of the tracks that were offered that year. We have a AFX Formula One duel, Williams versus Ferrari. Okay, so it says Formula One duel. The straights are lightning fast, the corners hairpin tight. The red-hot turbo chassis Formula One cars contest a trial of speed and nerve. Gives you all the excitement, atmosphere, and challenge of the Grand Prix circuit, from the starting grid to the checkered flag. This has 8.5 feet of running track, 2.59 meters, and assembles in an area of 3 feet and 1.5 feet, or 1 meter by 0.5 meters. There's a couple pictures of the alternate layouts. It says using additional track, just a figure 8. Contains AFX Tomy Turbo Formula One Williams, AFX Turbo Formula One Ferrari, 8 sections of track, 2 piers, 6 crash barriers, 2 hand control. AFX Ghost Racer. The AFX Turbo Ferrari Testarossa and Porsche 959. featuring the superb Ferrari Testarossa and the Porsche 959 and an individual test of driving skill against the Ghost Racer. The computer control center can program the speed of the Ghost Racer, the car with no driver. Great for race aces who want to compete in a trial of speed against the best, the computer-controlled racer. This is 17.5 feet of running track, 5.33 meters, and when assembled in a space of 5 feet by 3 feet, or 1.6 by 1 meters. There's a couple other alternative layouts. And it says, contains the AFX Turbo Ferrari Testarossa and a Porsche 959. 16 sections of track, including the computer control center. 3 piers, 10 crash barriers, 2 hand controllers, and 1... Aurora Midnight Racers with AFX Turbo Firebirds. 2 perfectly matched Firebirds with full working headlights, diced with danger, lights blazing. They race head-to-head over the hairpin straights and bank curves as you test your skill on a realistic championship road racing course. This is 19 feet of track, 5.8 meters, and when assembled, it fits into a 4 foot by 4 foot square. 1.24 meters by 1.21 meters, it says. There's a couple alternative layouts. This set contains 2 AFX Turbo Firebirds with working headlights, 20 sections of track including bank curve, 5 piers, 8 crash barriers, 2 hand controllers, and 1 2-way power pack. Aurora AFX Daredevil Rally. The AFX Turbo Golf GTI and Peugeot 205 GTI. Every twist and turn of the Daredevil Rally spells dangerous. 2 top performance cars defy gravity on the loop-de-loop, ride the wall, and the treacherous S-bend. A superbly detailed Peugeot 205 GTI and a Volkswagen Golf GTI battled out in the ultimate challenge of rally skills, thrills, and spills. This set came with 27.5 feet of running track, 8.39 meters, and assembled in a 4.5 foot by 4 foot area, 1.33 meters by 1.3 meters. There's a couple alternate layouts on the page there. It contained AFX Turbo Golf GTI and Peugeot 205 GTI, 36 sections of track, including the wall climbing track and the loop-de-loop, 8 piers, 12 crash barriers, 2 wall climb track supports, 1 loop-de-loop tie bar, 2 hand controllers, and 1 2-way power pack. Oh, Aurora AFX Jaguar Challenge. This is a 4-lane set. Comes with 2 Jaguar XJR 9LMs and 2 Porsche 962s. Well, I don't own the set. I do happen to have all the 4 cars. So there's a number 60 Jaguar, the number 2 Jaguar, the Blaupunk number 8 Porsche 962, and the Dunlop Shell number 17 Porsche 962. Plus I have, this is a car that was only for sale in Japan. There was a Porsche 962 also, but this is the Silk Cut Jaguar number 2 Jaguar XJR. Alright, so this Jaguar Challenge set. Jaguar, winner of the 1988 World Sports Car Championship, battle against 2 Porsches around a superb 4-lane replica of the Le Mans track. With high-intensity front and rear lights powerfully blazing, they light up the reflective crash barriers as they race to victory. So, Jaguar, the birth of a legend. The Le Mans 24 Hours is the fastest and most grueling sports car race in the world. Its famous tree-lined Mulsanne Straight stretches for 3.5 miles, by far the longest straight in motor racing, allowing the cars to reach speeds of around 240 miles per hour. In the 1950s, Jaguar cars scored 5 Le Mans victories. The remarkable feat earned Jaguar a place in the history of motor racing which few manufacturers can rival. The Jaguar team only took part from 1951 to 1956, but Jaguar cars continued to compete under different ownership until 1964. Jaguar returns to Le Mans. Then, in the mid-1980s, major manufacturers came back into sports car racing. Porsche built up a very strong presence, winning Le Mans every year from 1981 to 1985. In 1984, the American Group 44 racing team entered 2 Jaguars for Le Mans. The first time they had appeared in 20 years. In 1985, they were back again. Then in 1987, the New Works Jaguar team dominated the World Championship with the Jaguar XJR8s, winning 8 of the 10 races held that season. At Le Mans, the rivalry between Jaguar and Porsche was intense. Each of the 3 Jaguar team cars led the race for brief periods, but finally Derek Bell's Porsche 926C proved victorious, as none of the Jaguars cars had finished the race. All right. Well, this 4-lane racetrack sets up in 9 feet by 4.5 feet, 2.72 meters by 1.35 meters. There's 20.5 feet of running track, or 6.25 meters. Comes with the 4 triple lighted cars. And it says Le Mans 1988, the Jaguar Challenge. For the 1988 Le Mans, 6 full factory teams were registered: Porsche, Mercedes, Toyota, Nissan, Mazda, and of course Jaguar. In the practice laps, Porsche qualified in pole position with a record-breaking time. Jaguar's strongest challenge to the Porsches was to be mounted by the number 2 car, driven by Dutchman Jan Lammers and his British teammates Johnny Dumfries and Andy Wallace. As the night closed in, the battle for the lead was between Lammers, Jaguar, and one of the Porsches. But all the while a second Porsche was making up ground, it had accidentally lost, to put even more pressure on Lammers and his teammates. The leading Porsche withdrew with engine problems, leaving Lammers Jaguar in the lead, but then the Jaguar was forced to stop to change its screen, which had been damaged by a rock. Would be the windshield. The Porsche took over at the front, but minutes later it too was in the pits to change a damaged water pump. Lammers Jaguar was back in the lead again. At the last, Lammers began the last lap. The 2 other remaining Jaguars placed 4th and 16th, pulled in behind him, and all 3 cars crossed the line in a team formation. The British supporters of the crowd were ecstatic. The Porsche domination of Le Mans was finally broken, and the Jaguar legend was boarding in. The accessories, cars and tracks. Have a Mobile Corvette, number 21, 8757. An Autotech 88 Camaro, number 8750. A Porsche 935 with Pirelli livery, Aurora number 8776. BMW 320i with Goodyear livery, number 3. Aurora number 8773, and that is a lighted car. Down the next row is a Formula 1 with Canon livery, Aurora number 8759. A Porsche 959. Aurora number 8731B. A Ferrari Testarossa, number 8777. The Volkswagen Golf GTI, Aurora number 7501. A Peugeot 205. Aurora number 7502. And a black Firebird Trans Am, which is a lighted chassis. 8774 is the Aurora number. Alright, Super Magnet assortment. There's a number 4 Camaro, Aurora number 8751, a Ford Thunderbird, Mobile livery, number 7 with Aurora number of 8752, a Corvette number 8, Aurora number 8607, and a Firebird Trans Am with 8761 as an Aurora number. Then we have the high intensity lights assortment. Jaguar XJR LM. There's two different, the Castrol number 60 and the number 2 Jaguar. They have Blaupunk number 8 and the Dunlop Shell number 17. The next page has the tracks that were available that year with some accessories. 15-inch straights, 9-inch straights, quarter-inch curve section, 9-inch. The bank curve set, which is the Monza curve with four sections, 9-inch radius. 1/8 curve, 9-inch radius, a 9-inch squeeze track. 8655 crossover track, not illustrated on the page. 8629 is a mechanical lap counter. 8663 1/8 curve section of 15-inch radius. 8627 the 15-inch terminal track. 8662 1/8 curve section of 12-inch radius. 8630 a replacement controller. 8626 adapter tracks from the Tomy track to the old AFX track. 8634 tune-up kit number 1 is the back axle with the gear, tires, pinion gear, guide pin, 2 pickup shoes, and 2 springs. 8657 is the replacement motor with the traction magnet. And 8658 is front axle and the back axle with tires, a pinion gear, and a guide pin. And on the back we have Aurora AFX electronic control station, the ultimate computerized race control center. Watch the control tower lights, then count down red, amber, green, go! Race against the clock or your competitor in a head-to-head challenge over distance up to 195 laps or time up to 99 minutes. Your Aurora electronic control center controls your races and time trials, displaying split times, lap counts, and sound effects, reproducing the excitement of real Grand Prix, rally, and sports car racing. Your control center leaves you free to concentrate on what's really important, being the fastest driver. Electronic starting with lights and sound effects, false start detector, lap counting facility up to 195 laps, quartz analog clocks for timed racing up to 99 minutes. Timing is accurate to 1/100th of a second for the fastest lap and overall race times. Electronic finishing. Alright, so that was Aurora closest thing to real racing Jaguar catalog. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe, and I will have more slot car videos for you coming.